Welcome to Thrive, your agency resource, the only podcast for creative, media, and technology leaders who are ready to dive deeper into conscious leadership and agency growth. I'm your host, Kelly Campbell. Thrive is brought to you by Accessiby, the leading web accessibility solutions provider. Join thousands of agencies that are already incorporating web inclusivity into their service offerings. Visit accessiby.com today. Welcome to another episode of Thrive. So happy that you're joining us today. Last time I had the pleasure of talking with Arthur Woods about hiring for diversity. So if you didn't get a chance to talk or to listen to that show, I would love for you to go back and take a look at that, either video or audio. Today, I'm talking with Julia McLaughlin, who's the co-founder of Review Robin, helping agencies to create more recurring revenue through reputation management. Welcome to the show, Julia. I'm excited to chat with you on my show now that I've already been on yours about a year ago, something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks so much, Kelly. I'm really excited to be here on the Thrive podcast.
So what's interesting to me about your story is that you were an agency owner. You ran your own marketing agency, and then you, I assume, had some kind of aha moment where you're like, you know what, I think I can productize something. And then you started a software company, which is Review Robin. So can you kind of walk me through that process of owning the marketing agency? And then what was that connection that you made that was like, okay, I think I need to go in a different direction?
Yeah, so I started my agency really early on. I was still in college when I first started it. And then I ran it for about 8 years. So it was, I had all the basic services, social media management. I would design websites, website design and development, all that good stuff. And then I had my daughter, and I was so busy, trying to balance running my agency, and I had my daughter as well, that I started to really realize that different services were more profitable than other services.
Sure.
So it's really nice when you can find those services where they don't take up a ton of your time and you're able to create that recurring revenue within your agency as well. So yeah, my time just became so valuable once I became a mom. And so I actually partnered up with my brother. So he developed the software, and then, I was in charge of all the client facing side and sales. And we basically, so his background was in SEO. So he ran, a small agency as well. And we put our heads together and really decided that we wanted to create a service so that we could help other agency owners create more recurring revenue within their agency in a way that didn't take up a lot of their time. Yeah. So that was the deciding factor.
It's such a cool story. And I love the fact that you did this with your brother. I'm super close with my brother, and he's like an amazing, amazing salesperson, not at all related to the marketing industry or anything like that. In fact, I actually had him on the podcast, I think within the first 5 episodes that I did of Thrive. So if anyone never saw that, go back and check out that episode with my brother. So review management, reputation management, you kind of talk about it, I've heard on other podcasts, as kind of this foot in the door strategy. Can you talk a little bit about that and how that might lead to potentially upselling some other services?
Yeah, absolutely. So review management is a really effective foot in the door strategy for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's a great way to just help build trust with someone that you have a brand new working relationship with. It's more common than I'd like to hear that, clients, they'll come to marketing agencies and they've been burned in the past by another digital marketer. And It's a story that you hear a little bit more often than you'd like to hear. Yep. So quite often they'll come in, they've got their guard up a little bit. So it's so important to figure out how you can build that trust with them quickly. Mm-hmm. So how do you build trust with someone? You build trust by doing what you say you're going to do and by delivering results to them at the end of the day. What's really cool about review management is that you're able to deliver results pretty much instantly. So, if you bring someone on, you're offering review management as a service to them. It's literally as simple as just getting a list of customers that they've served from them. Mm-hmm. And then you can upload it into a tool such as Review Robin. And then you're able to get within a day or so, a nice little lump of reviews for them and deliver those results. So it's not like certain services such as SEO, it's going to take months to deliver those results. Sure. So what's really nice is you're able to just deliver those results, help build that trust, and create that loyal working relationship built off of that trust as well.
Yeah, it's really interesting to me. I'm curious, why did you decide to target and focus on agencies for this as a tool for them versus going directly to other, even large organizations, large corporations or brands?
Yeah. So from our standpoint, we were able to scale faster because we were able to focus on serving agencies. And then, the agencies are each responsible for managing all of their individual customers. So from our perspective, if we were managing all of the individual clients ourselves, it would have just slowed us down as we were scaling.
But I mean,
So we
what if the organizations like the large brands and things like that were able to use the tool, but use their own internal marketing department to actually manage everything?
Yeah, so they are actually still able to do that. So basically, how it works is the agency will sign up for an agency account and then they can fully white label our tool.
I see.
So they can choose to manage it on behalf of their clients, which is what we actually recommend doing, because then it's not going to fall through the cracks. You're able to deliver, you're able to ensure that it's not falling through the cracks and that your client is getting the reviews. But you can also, fully white label the tool under your agency's name and then, teach your client how to log in and manage the tool themselves. So you've got that flexibility based on, what you think would be best for your client.
Got it. Did you know that 1 out of 5 people in the US is living with some form of disability? I'm proud to partner with Accessity as they work toward the mission of making the web accessible to everyone. It's time to prioritize inclusivity. Ensure that your own website and your client sites can be accessed by all and that they're ADA compliant. Head over to accessity.com/thrive to learn more about their agency partner program. Now, back to the show. And so one of the other kind of natural questions that comes up for me, and I think sometimes I'm maybe intuitively feeling some of the listeners and viewers, some of the questions that they might have as they're listening to this. We all know that we've looked at reviews when we're going to choose a restaurant or look at something online that we're looking at purchasing, right? Mm-hmm. Or a place that we want to visit. Do reviews matter as much today as they did a few years ago?
Yes. So reviews are, like I know myself, I always look at reviews and the number of reviews. So for example, if I was looking for a plumber in the area, I would definitely go for the highest rated plumber just because I want to do what other people have done and had success with. So if they have tons of 5-star reviews, it's just going to give me that peace of mind. And I think that's human nature. If someone else had a good experience, if a lot of people are doing it, you're more intrigued to just kind of want to follow suit.
Yeah. And what kind of platforms does your tool, I'm assuming it like posts reviews on other platforms, or like, how does that work logistically? I'm just really curious about it. I'm kind of a little bit of a technology geek. So I'm super curious.
Yeah. So basically, whenever you sign up a client, you add them into the agency platform. You can choose up to 3 different review sites for each of your clients to acquire reviews on, and then you can switch those out at any time.
Okay.
So, obviously, Google is going to be the big one, Facebook, but we connect with 50 different review sites as well.
Ah.
So we've got, some really niche specific review sites as well. If you've got clients in the medical industry or the legal industry. And then, you can really tailor where you're getting those reviews. And then, you could focus on, say, getting Google reviews for, say, 6 months. And then you could switch that out with another review site and focus on getting reviews on that site for another 6 months, just to give you an idea. But you can pick and choose where your focus is on getting reviews.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible. So that also gives me the indication of why and how you built it specifically for agencies, so that no matter what vertical, what kind of clients they're target or they're working with, that they've got this entire sort of suite of things that they can choose from that are relevant to their clients' businesses.
Yeah, totally. And, one thing to really keep in mind as a digital marketer is these clients that have more reviews. So, whenever you're able to get your client lots of reviews, it's going to make your job so much easier as a digital marketer.
Sure.
So these types of businesses, they're going to acquire leads and ultimately customers quicker and easier. So at the end of the day, they're going to see the result from your marketing efforts. They're going to be happier clients. And, when you've got happier clients, they're more likely to sign those contracts, renew the retainers with you, and also just refer you out to other businesses. So it's definitely just going to make your job as a digital marketer so much easier.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. One of the other things that has sort of been in my mind as we've been talking is I'm really curious. This is more of like a personal question. But what is the difference in your mind and how you feel about having run the marketing agency and all of the moving parts of agency ownership, right? When I say that, everybody knows exactly what I mean. How is that different for you than what you're doing now as essentially a co-founder of a SaaS platform?
Yeah. So I think one of the things I really loved about running an agency was just being able to help people. And I think that's a fundamental thing that you have a passion for when you get into the agency space, is you just genuinely want to help other business owners to succeed and grow their business. So I've basically taken that same approach into this new platform. And, now my entire goal is that I really, want to help agency owners succeed so that at the end of the day, they can offer an amazing service to their clients. So I think it's really cool because now I feel like I have this platform that I can use to help even more people. So I think that's one thing that I really love now about running the SaaS company.
So for you, it's a little bit more of like you're still bringing that passion in, but it feels a little bit more impactful. Is that kind of what I'm taking from what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. Instead of helping, just several small businesses, I'm able to help now like tons of different agencies who are able to help all these small businesses. So yeah, just creating more impact.
And is there any difference in the level of stress, or I was going to say work, that's a silly question, but any difference in the level of stress from dealing with clients directly versus dealing with agencies as clients directly?
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely less stressful because basically, instead of dealing with all these different verticals, now we've basically just laser focused in on the agency niche. So we have made it our absolute goal to just figure out any way we can be making our customers' lives easier. So yeah, we're able to direct our efforts in a more impactful way. So like things such as like our team training. So we're able to really dial in ways that we're able to save agencies time, get up and running with review management quickly. So we'll like do an onboarding session. We'll train the entire team. We'll provide all the SOPs for how to onboard a new client and make sure everyone is crystal clear how to use the software and train everyone how to use it. So things like that. So our energy isn't getting pulled in so many different directions. So that's why I would say it is less stressful.
Less stressful. Interesting. And what percentage of your agencies have already been doing reputation management, but maybe with different tools or doing it manually versus the agencies who have never even, kind of delved into this before?
I would say it's about like a 60-40 split. So about 60% of our customers have not offered review management before. And yeah, so we basically will come in as a consultant and we'll talk about, what makes an ideal client. Certain clients who are working, with a high volume of customers and who have access to their email or phone number are going to be a really great fit for a service like this. Whereas other businesses aren't so much. So we really take a consultative role and just clarify any questions that the agency owner might have. And then, that's quite often how we will bring them on as a first-time review management client.
This is amazing. And where can people learn more about it?
Yeah. So basically, you can go to getreviewrobin.com. You can sign up for a free trial there, or, you can just reach out to us as well. You can schedule a demo. And then, yeah, basically our demos it's like a consultation and a demo combined in one. So basically, we'll just ask a ton of questions. We'll really find out, what type of niche you specialize in, what your bread and butter services are. And then we can really be tailoring the information we share so that it's most beneficial. And we can basically work with you to figure out the best way that you can be offering this to your clients, which of your clients are a great fit, the best practices for how to manage this. You know, we were talking about this a little bit earlier, but we definitely recommend that you manage this on behalf of your clients so that you're able to, you know, you're going to have the highest margins combined with the highest success rate. So yeah, I'll talk about all that fun stuff. And then, you know, if you think it's a good fit, then we'll get you set up on a free trial.
This is great. Thank you so much. I'm definitely going to have our production team put a link to getreviewrobin.com in the show notes. And Julia, thank you so much. This has been a really, really great conversation. And I'm curious to go and demo it even just for myself, because I think this is something that even for my own clients, I could, you know, potentially refer them over to. So thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks so much for having me on, Kelly. It's been a pleasure.
I hope you enjoyed this episode. Be sure to subscribe wherever you watch or listen. And a final note of gratitude to the official sponsor of Thrive, Accessiby, the leading web accessibility solutions provider. Learn more about the win-win proposition and keep your clients' websites inclusive and compliant. Be sure to check out their partner program for your agency today at accessiby.com/thrive.